What's up, everybody? Tyson Rouse. Let's talk Jets. Hope everybody's having an excellent evening. I'm sure those of you that watched Flight 23 are all fired up, as am I. But the team made some news today as they restructured Carl Lawson's contract. And this is something that we've been talking about for a long time because he was making $15 million non-guaranteed, which made him an enormous candidate to be cut, to save all that money to apply it elsewhere. But a lot of us wanted to keep him. We wanted to kind of find a way to keep him. Robert Saleh was very confident Jets would keep him, and they did just that. So they restructured it. He's now making $8 million guaranteed, I think like $3 million in incentives. So he took a pay cut to stay here, which is awesome. I think he realizes what he's a part of right now with the team that's got Aaron Rodgers and can make the playoffs. But I also think he's a very valuable player, too. If you look back to last year, I think we were all focused that he only had 7 sacks. He's a closer kind of player, man. He had some huge plays in the fourth quarter. And I think this year, too, is another guy where the Jets are, they're fighting for the playoff lives or fighting for whatever. This is a guy you're going to bring in the game in a big spot to get you that huge sack. He's an excellent mentor for Jermaine Johnson and Michael Clemens, Bryce Huff. It's like, this is a great leader, great work ethic. He's going to be healthier than he was last year. So there's a lot of positives with keeping Carl Lawson in the building. I'm excited about it. He's a big piece to the Jets puzzle. The other thing, too, people are saying, now that you have Carl Lawson back, you should trade Bryce Huff. And I don't understand that at all. Like, why would you even consider it? You can never have too much talent at defensive end, ever. You can never have too many pass rushers. You don't want to be one injury away, which we saw in Carl Lawson 2 years ago, to be like, man, I wish we had somebody. You have everybody. There's no rule you can't have. Like, why can't we just have nice things? We can have a lot of pass rushers. So you keep them. And Bryce Huff should stay. You can make an argument you should get Bryce Huff an extension and keep him here based on his statistics and very limited time. But let's go from there. The other interesting thing is the whole Quinnen Williams thing, man. And it's so weird. People were mad that he wasn't playing enough last year. Like, they wanted, like, me included, like, 4th and 1, game on the line. You want Quinnen Williams in the game. When he got hurt for moments, everyone panicked because the Jets defense wasn't the same. He's easily turning into one of the best players at his position in all the NFL. All-pro level, young player, reaching the prime of his career, who wants to be a Jet and he wants to be paid because he's earned it. And now there are fans, which is blowing my mind, the same fans that loved him last year, wanted to make All-Pro and Pro Bowl stuff, that are saying, you know what? Since he scrubbed his Twitter bio, trade him. Or they're ripping him for wanting more money, all this stuff. And I don't understand. The NFL is a business, man. This is a job for them. It's a business. The teams treat it like one. The players treat it like one. Quinnen has earned his money and rightfully wants it. And the steps he's taking is the playbook that every player takes. Every time there's these kind of negotiations for any prominent player all throughout the NFL, this is the thing they do. And I don't take it personal, man. It doesn't bother me at all. If this is the step he's going to take, to me, this is nothing to do, this isn't like the Jamal Adams thing where Quinnen Williams is out saying, you know what, I want to play for the Cowboys. I don't want to be here. He wants to be here. He wants to play on this team. He just wants to get what he thinks he deserves. His brother's here. So this whole thing of trade him and screw him and people attacking him on Twitter and say, like, what are we doing? Like, the guy's going to get paid. He's going to get paid this year. It's going to get resolved, probably by training camp. And we just let it play out. And it's really not like the cap space that Carl Lawson saved today. He saved the Jets, I think, like $12.7 million or $13 million. A huge thing. Everybody's, oh, that's money for Quinnen Williams. I don't think that's the case, man, to be honest with you, because the thing with Quinnen Williams, you can cater that contract where this year it could be a very low amount, and then you can kind of backload the contract where next year's the money you got to worry about, and the year after that. I think that $13 million they saved could be for other players, man. This team still has needs. You figure you also have, like, you can look at Corey Davis could be a restructure, Jordan Whitehead, C.J. Mosley. I think in September you could restructure him. So there's other moves that can be made. But I don't understand the fans attacking Quinnen Williams, man. I don't get it. Don't take it so personal, man. It's a business. And if you're in the same situation as him, you do the same damn thing, man. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not panicking. I think the team knows what's going on here. The last thing you want is it to roll into training camp because then it becomes a distraction. And this team is so much on the line right now. You don't want that distraction. You've got to take care of one of your own. And the other thing, too, people seem to be like, you know what, he's only had one good year. I think in a situation like this, yes, you want to pay him for what he's accomplished, but you're not paying on his past resume. You're paying on his future potential, man. Like what he's going to be for this team for the next 4 or 5 years. So I don't get so caught up like we only had, this is only his great year. He's gotten better every year. He's got better players around and better coaching too, which is a big factor. So you look at that and say, what can he do with more talent around it and a better team? How much more dominant can he be? So I don't, this some of this stuff, man, you can tell it's like a quiet time of the offseason. And the other thing too is I just got done watching Flight 23 and the Jets social media team, man. Their team that makes these things is so damn good that you get all behind the scenes stuff. I wish you could actually see more of like some of the Rodgers stuff, but really cool stuff. And to hear him say he's all in, man, like, let's go. It's still kind of surreal to see him in the Jet colors, embracing it, and just his mindset here. It's so freaking cool. But this excellent series, I'm looking forward to the next one. And that's it. So Carl Lawson staying. I'm glad. Quinnen Williams is going to be here. Don't worry about it. I think there's some other moves to be made here, man. This team's not done. I really don't think so. Have a good day.